The 10th celebration of Grid Life at GingerMan Raceway brings together car enthusiasts and festival culture in one mass gathering. It's a spectacle like nothing else in grassroots motorsports, from racing to time attack to drift. Tens of thousands line the fence to watch it all, soak in the summer sun, and party till the sun comes up tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Grid Life. I'm Kyle Heyer, joined by Cerise from FCP Hero, and we're drifting now, Cerise. This is the stuff that brings everyone to the fence, kicking things off with some wild skids here this afternoon. We got two broadcasted drift sessions today and some night sessions that we're all just going to go stand by and enjoy here. You got to come if you want to enjoy the night sessions with us. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm going to be out there. I'm going to try and grab some ride-alongs with some of the homies. This is my favorite part of Grid Life. I hate to say it. I hate to pick favorites, but a lot of these guys are my homies, and they have so much fun out there. Like, the camaraderie is, like, dude, it's off the charts. So here we go. I mean, so the initiation is so much fun because you come up from this big, long straight, and you can either clutch kick or you can flick, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're here, right where we're looking at. Oh, and we have one going off already. Oh, you can hear the excitement in my voice. Like, I'm like, you know what, Kyle, you can take a back seat on this one.
Yeah, I'm excited because I get to take a breather for a second.
Yeah,
but
before voice, man, I got you.
Before we do that, Grid Life Live is powered by Hyundai and Hyundai N, Never Just Drive, and Falcon, the official tire of Grid Life Track Battle. Lots of tires turning into smoke here in this session, Cerise. Yep. You said all your homies are here. We're going to have Jared Deanda with us later as well. He's a homie that'll be joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, we do. We love Jared Deanda, the voice of drift. I mean, I am no Jared Deanda, but man, I am honored to be here in his place while we wait for him to show up. Oh, these cars, this team right here, I don't even know what you would call that color, like a metallic mustard yellow, but when they come out together, they're real rowdy. And they all have a different chassis, which is really exciting, and it's really cool. Here we go.
I just have to laugh. Every time I look at an entry list for drift, it's like Nissan 240. Repeated a million times. But they're all, but none of them are the same. Every single one is different.
And they all put their paintbrush on it, you know?
Yeah, totally. And this is a great representation of car culture, that everyone will take the same canvas and make something completely different.
Absolutely. And talk about the evolution of drift, too. I mean, every year it seems as though one chassis, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the S13 seems to reign supreme. And, you know, you have preferences in engines and power and drivetrain, angle, everything. But here we go. Oh, wait until the grip drift session, too. And then you're going to have all these cars drifting around the GLTC car. I mean, it is so much fun. Oh, no. So, all right, this Mustang, oh, they have done so much to this car. They had sponsorships for bags. They ended up shredding them a couple times, and now they're back with a full new suspension setup. I know this dude right now is bummed. But you know what? It happens. This is all a part of the game.
I passed this car in the paddock the other day, and it was immediately striking to me.
Its delivery is stunning.
It's stunning, and it also sounds the part, which is awesome, too. Yep. But you can just tell how much custom work is in that car. It's not even close to being what it started as.
I was talking to him last night a little bit with Nick Swan. He's very proud of the build. I mean, like I said, nobody wants this. You want to go out there and have fun. You want to go out there and party. So, anyways, let's see what's going on. Let's see if he needs to get towed off. Hopefully not. Yeah. Seems as though everybody's going around him. It's that good part of the track. There are going to be lots of, they got the yellow flag there just to keep it cool around that one section.
There's some debris on the track, too, that they're probably, there's one car turned around.
Oh, no.
And so this is actually, fun fact about drifting at Grid Life. A lot of drift is not done on the full configuration of a racetrack. We do full course drift here. So we realized a couple of seasons ago that, hey, like, we should probably talk about yellow flags because we're on a full course where there's a lot of blind spots and things. So now we have drivers' meetings where we talk about traditional flagging rules and things. It keeps the track safe.
And it does, it sections out the track. So you can have lots of straightaways. You don't want to mind you the straight. You're kind of an asshole if you do that. But you know what? You can just waste a lot of tire if you've got the money like that.
Is this, we got Forsberg here in
the
Ultimania?
Almost like a reverse entry side drifting. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if he's got that. So for anybody that doesn't know, this car has 4 seats in there. So you're going to have 4 people having the times of their lives. Look at that smoke. It's like he's dumping milk on the crowd.
Is we got Forsberg this weekend? He's driving that, or is he driving his other car? Is he here? I don't know if he's here. I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, Forsberg is definitely here,
awesome.
And he's having a great time. I was catching up with him in the pits yesterday. I mean, he's stoked to be here, and his whole team is showing up. We got Alex Yeager also, his buddy, and so, I mean, they're from the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast, so I'm...
Me too.
Yeah,
sort of.
Love it.
Rochester, New York. You know, we're East Coast states. You know,
it counts. It counts. So right here now, you're seeing a section of the track where you're not going to want to drive that part. You're going to wait till it gets really spicy, and then you can come in hot. So.
Yeah, a lot of really The sound is awesome.
It's so good.
This is such a great section, though, because you got this left
spectators
immediately into the right in front of the arcade.
Yep.
It's the whole way around. It's just such an awesome section for drift. A lot like Lime Rock's Big Bend, which we drifted at last year for the first time, right in front of the crowd, in front of the spectators.
You don't get a better drift experience in this. I mean, we have top drivers, we have grassroots drivers, like some of my homies that I drift with back home and have drifted with in the past. I mean, they're out here and they're stoked. I mean, what a unique opportunity, not only for spectators, but the people that get to sign up and show up to these events. I mean, just, am I a fan of GRIDLIFE? I don't know.
I think you're selling us some tickets, Therese. Well, there's no more to sell, so maybe we should get you on a little earlier.
Yeah, get in here while you can.
Yeah, and again, we sold out the crowd here this week, and for those that just joined us for the drift, sold out crowd, and I don't have the official number just yet, but I think it's more than last year. And last year was a really big number, Therese. So
last year we sold out Saturday, but this one we have the entire weekend sold out. And I mean,
no walk-ups even. It's over.
No, you're done.
Oh, yeah. And we already saw the lines coming into the racetrack. It is packed full here at GingerMan Raceway. We're in South Haven, Michigan. It's gorgeous weather. A little on the warm side, but again, after our event at Watkins Glen, everyone's just happy to not be completely soaked. But here we go.
You'll see me in those pit reporting interviews. I was sweating, man. But it's all for a good time. Here we go. And I'll tell you what, too, for the media guys, this track is so well set up for vantage points. You can be anywhere and get some super spicy shots.
And a big thanks to the media people also. They put in so much effort to be in all those places at once.
They're out there roasting. Listen, some of my colleagues that I work with, they really do put in the hours. Here we go. We have some ride-alongs. This is really cool. So we're giving people opportunities to get in some of these cars and get that first-hand experience of what it's like to feel those G-forces.
Yep.
But also, if you've never been in a drift car, one of the things that I find people are usually shocked to hear is that you are so dialed in. You are locked in that seat.
Yeah. It's a totally different experience. I've been in a lot of ride-alongs in a lot of different cars. I rode with Forsberg a couple of years ago at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Yep.
Very different experience to a grip ride-along where you're getting thrown around. There's G-forces, but drift, it's actually really smooth inside.
It's
the
that centrifugal force. I mean, it keeps you locked in, and not only that, but these cars are so well dialed in.
Yeah.
If you're talking you're talking about Naj, you're talking about Forsberg.
They drive better sideways than they do straight.
They really do. I honestly, that's why we have grip drift, to give you the dichotomy of these guys that are just going straight. They have their apexes, and then you have these guys that are like, I'm gonna go wherever feels right.
Well, and bringing context into motorsports, that's what GRIDLIFE aims to do. And honestly, a lot of the grip drivers that might not really understand drift, or vice versa, they're gonna look at the same corner and see what the other cars are doing there and go, that's impressive. Whether you're a drift driver looking at a GLTC car that makes 200 horsepower and it's going faster than your 800 horsepower drift car, or you're a grip guy that has all the loads of downforce, and here comes a guy sideways in an S13, blows your doors off.
It's when worlds collide. We just hope that the cars don't.
It's really impressive. See the FPV shots here this weekend?
So sick, man.
It is a year's worth of Instagram reels contained in that drone right now.
And there are no other drones out here. So the drone footage that you see is very privileged for all of you guys at home. We're super thankful to all the drone pilots that are out there giving us this perspective that we would not have without them. So thank you to our drone pilots.
And to the stream team, again, an exceptional coverage of this facility.
They work so freaking hard.
Again, this racetrack, and most racetracks, you'd be surprised at how little infrastructure is around a lot of racetracks we go to. So everything has to get brought in. All the fiber, all the cameras, all the audio, all that stuff is brought in. And it's with one day of setup to bring you this production.
We're talking miles of fiber, miles of cording, just to make sure that you can see us and you guys can have this opportunity. So fantastic.
It really is awesome. And again, it is a busy place down there at Turn 1. And towards the end of the weekend, we're going to start seeing people creep towards this inside wall here at Turn 1 because they like to swing out real wide before the entry to 1. And it's real fun. I've stood there a couple of times. Not supposed to stand there, but it's a pretty wild experience, if I do say so myself.
They come by so fast. I wish that we could get some of the stats on what their entry speeds are, because these guys, I mean, what
Charlie told me to get a speed gun, and I really want to get one.
Oh, my
Isn't that a great idea? So I was looking at, like, those...
You're going to have to fight me for it. I always wanted to use one of those.
I was going to get one of those, like, highway signs to, like, we could, like, put on the side of the track, but they only go up to 2 digits.
Can we make them all smiley faces, though? Like, I don't want to see any frowny faces.
Yeah, all
Actually,
smileys.
no. If you're, like, sub 40 miles an hour entry, you get a frowny face.
Big commit.
Here we go. Justin
or go to the pit.
Coming around. I love this car. So he just put a new livery on. Justin's a homie. That thing looks just like, honestly, it's stunning.
I don't know if I've seen a lot of Drift S2000s. This is an interesting build.
I think he's had it for a little while, too.
Yeah, I mean, again, we see a lot of...
We have Gabby with the vet out there. Gabby just rebuilt that engine all by herself. Let me plug her real quick. Honestly, phenomenal job. She usually drifts an E46, the pink one, which is phenomenal. We love that. But having her out there with that Corvette is just special, you know?
On Fridays, we wear pink.
Yes. Oh, my God, I love it. Bring out any Mean Girls references you got for me.
RTR is here with a host of cars, as they typically are for our Midwest Festival, and good. power there through turn one. And
sound.
Just these Mustangs.
I'm supposed to love Euros, but I really just and I do.
No, bad.
Ooh.
Not allowed to love any other cars.
Biases only. No, not here. Not at GRIDLIFE.
You know, it's funny how passionate people can get about a particular chassis, and then you bring everyone here to an environment like this, and all of a sudden you appreciate it all.
You do. I mean, I just either it's the sights, the sounds, the people. You just find, like you were saying, like these worlds collide, and you get an opportunity to experience these newnesses. So.
Yeah. Also, while we're here, you know, we've got some more RTR cars that are switching out some tires and things. I should also mention that we got the Advanced Auto. Oh yeah, they're getting set up. We have the Advanced Auto Parts pit stop that I mentioned earlier. For drivers that are at the racetrack, if you're listening, I suppose, you also can get parts from Advance.
Yes.
They will bring them to you. If you sign up by a certain time, so check the GRIDLIFE Facebook for that information. Really cool initiative that they're doing. If you break a car and your paddock buddies don't have stuff for you, well, if you've got a European car, maybe FC Puro's got your stuff for you.
I was going to say, maybe go over and see the homies and see if we can pull in some favors for you. We actually just did that over at Watkins.
Yeah, but if you got a Ford and it's broken, then you can go to Advanced Auto Parts.
Exactly. Unfortunately, we cannot help with the Ford. As you guys just saw, we saw James Dean, 3-time winner. The fact that he's out here at GRIDLIFE is phenomenal. We have Irish man just getting wild. It looks like he's taking some people for ride-alongs in that silver Mustang, set up exactly like Chelsea Denofa's. Oh, don't tell him I said that. It's the second time. He's going to be so pissed.
Cerise said.
Yeah,
I'll make
sorry,
sure.
bud.
Look at all the dust kicked up there. And
a little debris on the
we were
track.
joking with the grip drivers. I got a chance to drive yesterday for a couple of laps in a Hyundai N, which you guys will see tomorrow on stream. But the track was really grippy yesterday. By the end of the weekend, it's not so good because
no,
we
it's
just
gonna have painted tire on it.
Yeah, and we cover it with marbles. We do the best to blow it off. But dust, debris, rubber. We love this place. It is our sandbox, but it is sandy.
It is. And do they take the machines out and try to scrub up as much as they can?
They do, but you know,
it's in there, man.
A lot of people sending it right now, Cerise.
These guys go fantastic.
Love this inside turn one guardrail shot here.
It just looks so smooth.
We got a bumper hanging on there.
Bouncy boy.
That's all right. Bumpers are optional.
As long as it's hanging on a little bit, that's all you need. Just zip tie that baby up and get back out there.
I've always wondered
how the silver, man. That's pretty.
I've always wondered how they. Maybe you have some insight on this. How do they clip them to the front end and rear end? Because they can't be using OEM mounts, right? Because they would just break instantly.
No, I mean it depends on the car. It depends on like 350Cs, those rear bumpers are flying off all the time. So whether or not it's like a zip tie situation, or you could have like a quick disconnect sort of setup, and you have these these two grommets, and you have a rubber ring that goes around them. There's lots. People get creative in so many different ways. So yeah, those are two popular options. But otherwise, you can also just remove it when you're out there and you have your bash bars.
Send it.
Look at these two boys. Oh, friends.
Getting set up there.
Very
There's someone
cool.
sprinting like their life depends on it.
Very special opportunity to get in the car with these drivers. I mean, you just don't get to see that. Oh,
hey, look at this.
Bud. There's one of our guys behind the scenes.
I love seeing the crew at work here. Thanks for being up there. I know it's tough and hot. He's got 2 umbrellas. Appreciate it. But he's all the way up there on that scissor lift and right next to a hot pit. So nobody hit that, please.
Well, if you like heights, you have a possible career opportunity in media at motorsports events.
I think we should get one twice as high.
I agree.
You know, let's get some real aerial shots. We don't even need the drones. We can get him up on a higher.
How much are you committed to this job? How high can you go?
Until we're skydiving, it's not enough.
Oh, I love it. And then you get inclement weather.
I was at the Indy 500 last weekend, and the amount of skydivers, there's so many skydivers.
Wait, at the Indy 500?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just like for the pre-race ceremonies. They're like, send it from the sky. And they come down, and they're like...
That's going to be me and you next time. Hey, guys, Chris Stewart, can we get 2 parachutes, please, for the next live stream? Thank you so much.
Oh, boy. Oh, big slide there.
There we go.
It's getting busy.
Yep. Oh, I love a little hairy moment. And what's amazing, too, is like the geometry of these drivers. You have someone taking one line. You have someone else that's trying to dive in so they can get stacked up with them right after, they've initiated or they've come through that second turn. And they end up in the same spot. Like just the amount of, like you said, with GLTC calculations that are happening in the moment. It's not even like an active thing. These people are all doing it by feel because they have so much seat time.
Yeah, and look at already on the entrance to turn one, all the rubber that is built offline. And so as a grip driver, that's not going to bother you until you drive through that transition zone where the rubber kind of crosses the racing line. That's what creates the challenge, but everyone's got the same challenge.
Well, depending on line, too. I mean, you are going to want to probably favor the right side, and you want to come into that left clipping point there. Oh, Nick Swan. Now, if you guys at home, Nick Swan is a very recognizable face here in drifting. Oftentimes runs our line. He runs the drivers' meetings, and he means business, and he's the most fun person that I know.
He's awesome.
But he keeps these guys in check, and we love that. There we go.
Drifting
James
on the
Dean
blend line. Through we go.
Missing that one.
We saw Mike Cohn standing there too, who is our pace car driver and one of our operations and motorsports staff. And a big thanks to Mike for being here. We'll be driving our pace car later, which I think is going to be a Hyundai N vehicle. We'll see which one they choose. Again, this coverage is powered by Hyundai N. And they gave us an Elantra N to play with, and it is. I drove it here from Chicago, drove it all the way to Watkins Glen and back too. And then I took it for laps on track, and it didn't even break a sweat. Just such a great car.
I know, and you love these cars. I mean, like
I do.
They're very well built, and honestly, they've come a long way. I feel like back in the day, Hyundai had this like bad rap, and they put in a lot of effort to making sure that these cars are out here performing well, and they are. It
is just the Hyundai N is a great value vehicle, and from again, I took it on a racetrack. I don't have a ton of experience, but it will play with you on the limit. And it's a front-wheel drive car. It's a long wheelbase car. So the stuff it does on the racetrack is very impressive. It's a 6-speed that they gave us, which is awesome. It has auto blip, which very handy.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, honestly, the marketing team, too. Good job, guys. I mean, you guys are out here. You're getting your cars either in GLGC or drifting. I mean, that's good for you guys. Oh, Morgan drifts, my girl. She's out here. You know, this is a lower horsepower Mercedes, oh my God, lower horsepower Mustang, but she is rowdy and she's ready for it. Listen, wait, let's see if we can get the tailpipe. Fire! Look at that! Look at the tailpipes.
Bring me flames!
Almost caught my ankle. I went over to talk to her later, and I was like, dude, thank God that thing's not hot.
Cerise, you know the rule, right?
What?
Cars that shoot fire are better than cars that don't shoot fire.
Yeah, dude, fire everything.
I mean, not on fire, but shoot fire. Cars that are on fire are not ideal. That means you own a Subaru, probably.
We like pops and bangs in the right places. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Up the back straightaway towards turn number 3. Someone punted that cone earlier in qualifying, but no need. We don't need to
get out of here.
Yeah. It's already looked like it's been run over a couple of times.
Cones are oddly expensive.
Really? I've never looked to see how much a cone costs.
No, if you get like a legit cone that's meant to like last, not the ones you get at Walmart.
Yeah.
They're I'm not even gonna throw out a number there, but just know that they're expensive. And when you destroy them and you drag one off a track with you, some track officials like, bro,
we'll send you a bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at this shot. Look at this awesome.
Oh, stacked, baby, stacked. We got Rad Dan, awesome guy.
Look at Supra back there with the 360 cams on top. Those, again, all the Instagram and TikTok content you can want for a year in a lap of GingerMan Raceway.
I mean, it's incredible. These guys are camered up. You can see some 360 cameras. You can see GoPros. But every single one of these drivers, I mean, if you're looking at the drivers list, follow them on Instagram. Follow them, you know, on TikTok, wherever you can, and see what kind of work they're doing behind the scenes. Is that... Oh, LL Drifts is out here. So that's really cool. So she's out here driving with the rest of the Valvoline team. She's just representing. First of all, you know, again, bias. I love a female driver because it's just they're so few and far between.
Yeah.
And I think that anybody who's a part of this community really needs to commit. And just seeing these people come out here in adversity is really.
And thanks to Valvoline for having her out here as well.
It's
Valvoline,
awesome.
Big partner of ours, and they've got a bunch of drivers here this weekend. TJ Hunt is here this weekend in the Supra. Go ahead.
Yep, we got the Blue E46. That is the SCPO representing Drift Car. We got Peter Collins. I mean, also great guy.
Yeah,
I cannot speak highly enough about him. He's out here with his side-by-side giving me rides whenever he passes me. That diesel side-by-side is great. Okay, here we go. Is that... Oh, never mind.
That was like the F1 race. We're like, oh,
I thought that was Sean Booth for a second, but
man.
no, not at all. Oh,
whatever who it is, he's got his Instagram probably tacked up there on the front windshield.
Tag me, hashtag follow me. Preserve. I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know what that means. Oh, Justin, what are you doing, bud?
Broken, probably. But
At least you got off track.
You
got off track. You know, that's the courtesy. That's the on-track courtesy. Yes, you might have your problems. Just try your best not to interfere with anybody else's time. Luckily, oh God, I'm not even going to say it. Nope, I'm not even going to jinx it. No, I had something I was going to say, and I'm not going to say it because I want these guys to be out here.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, is this the Coyote swapped E46? That car is sick. All right, so yeah, I mean, obviously, look at the power it's pushing. Look at the angle.
Oh, it sounds really good too.
Just pulling through the grass too. He said, "Screw that."
We're making this track a little wider. That's cool. You know, dig out a little extra feet.
He does landscaping in his part-time.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Does it in his full-time too?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? These guys are workaholics. Don't take a break.
That happened. I mentioned the Indy 500. That happened last week. Tony Kanaan went through the grass on the back straightaway, and very quickly, someone already changed the Google Maps description of the back straight grass. Say Tony Kanaan's lawn mowing company. And I just love it. I love the internet for reasons like that.
Oh, it's so cool. Oh, we love an A86. You know, we have some initial defects for reverse entry.
That was sick. That was so cool.
Chelsea is a rowdy driver.
Wow.
I mean, if you guys saw the last round of FD, I mean, there was a little bit of drama, a little bit of spicy sauce out there. But
we like a little spicy, you know.
We do. It really is. I mean, as much as this is about skill, it is about the show as well.
Yeah.
You know, we love the smoke, we love the sounds, but, you know.
It was just awesome watching him drift around the bumper like that.
Yeah. He said cone. He said obstacle.
No thanks.
No. Oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah, so we have a nice straightaway. And also, the straightaways are great, too, because when you're coming through these really spicy sections like he's about to enter here, you have time to cool down. So you have a little bit of a cool down lap. I mean, granted, you're going to have to pay attention to tire wear, and you're going to have to pay attention to, your other levels. But having that nice airflow for probably, what, like maybe 10 seconds?
Yeah, cools things off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to keep the motors cool, keep the tires cool.
Yep, you want to be in that range. Fortunately, there's no water puddles to drive through, but,
We had plenty of that at Watkins Glen.
I don't think they're that concerned, yeah.
Yeah, we actually had, so speaking about the physics of drifting, at Watkins Glen, we...
Drifting around this guy.
That's so
absolutely
dope.
savage, dude.
We,
he's
he's going to do it again.
Oh!
Bring it on!
Oh, God. And this poor Wait, is that the same one? Yes, it's the Mustang. He's like, get out my way.
That was so sick.
He's
Whoa,
like,
there goes the bumper. Oh, no, look out!
I'm thinking zip tie situation on that one.
Dragon. That was... he's still linking it all together.
Yeah, man.
But I was saying about the physics of drifting at Watkins Glen. We drifted that track for the first time ever in its history a couple of weeks ago. And
bus stop was...
It was... So the challenge was that track has never been drifted. It wasn't really built with the intention of that either. And the pavement is so grippy that it was the drivers there didn't really have a lot of high horsepower cars. They were really struggling to put it together because they couldn't keep the wheels spin.
You also have elevation changes, so if you're coming down and you don't have the right angle, you're going to go off track just because of gravity.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. And then we got to the wet part of the weekend, and then it had no grip. And that was the thing that confused me. It was like, oh, no grip sounds like a pretty good situation, but drift requires grip. It just requires grip in a different way than normal race cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I mean, a lot of these drivers, too, they'll appreciate driving in the wet because it's like added horsepower. It's like free horsepower. So if you're driving with like a sub 300 horsepower car, you're out here and you're feeling like, you're the man or the woman. And so, yeah, personally, I don't like it.
So we got some cleanup to do here, and then next up is going to be our grip drift sessions, which we're going to do a couple minutes of, and then we'll take a break before our race.
Is that Sophie with the flag? Sophie is the lady.
Is that Sophie Webb with the flag?
That was, yeah. So we have some phenomenal people on grip, but she is a very hard worker, and shout out to my girl because, she just keeps that thing locked down.
Yeah, Sophie and Sam are both helping us out this
weekend. We
have
a GRIDLIFE love story. It's very cute. They met here for the first time last year.
Was it last year? I feel like it was a couple years ago.
No, 2 years ago.
2
you're
years
right.
ago. Yeah.
But it was yes.
Yeah.
It was
because I remember
very cute.
Sophie has an NDMX5, and she had it here, and I think she had an off, and she still has a non-painted bumper on that car.
Lovely.
So
some things don't change.
Some things don't change. It's
and
great.
I hope she doesn't either.
I hope she doesn't either. But yeah, awesome stuff. There's a lot of volunteers helping us this weekend. And a huge thanks to all the GRIDLIFE family for helping us put it together.
Absolutely.
It is a small core staff, Cerise, but there is a lot of people that we cannot do these events without.
Everybody has a job, and everybody's very good at their job. I mean, yeah, honestly, I wish you guys could see some of these hardworking people. But, someone who we haven't mentioned is Chris Stewart. Chris Stewart is the man that has pretty much, worked on establishing these events. The visionary.
Yeah,
I mean, he really is.
Co-founder of GRIDLIFE alongside Adam Jabay. And Chris was here. He ran home real quick because his son is graduating middle school today.
Yeah.
And he'll be back this evening.
Congratulations to his son.
Oh, yeah. Jack.
I'm going to let you take that one.
And then, it is Jack. And then he's got Eames, of course, which is the younger of his sons. And so they're celebrating that. He'll be back here this evening to enjoy the festivities. And then, of course, all day tomorrow. And then Sunday, we've got our HPDE program. So let's talk about that for a second. We're going to cover a little bit of grip versus drift, and then we'll take a short break. But while we're here, I want to talk a little bit about our weekend format because it's a little different than the past. In the past, all GRIDLIFE events were kind of like all the same, but not the same. There were some that were big, some that weren't. This year, we've separated into two major weekend styles. We've got our festival events, our festival tour events, and then our club weekends. So last weekend, we had our club weekend event, which was Midwest Rev Up, and that is a weekend that's designed just for time attack and HPDE, so no racing and no drifting. And the goal of that is to really create an accessible, less expensive, less intimidating environment to get on track.
Get your foot in the door.
Get your foot in the door and practice.
See what it's like. Yeah.
And so while it's a points event for time attack, we run our traditional time attack format. Whereas our festival tour events, it is the full show everywhere we go. And they're not quite Midwest size. We don't have the music everywhere. We do have our Laguna Festival coming up in October.
Laguna.
But we've got our Circuit Legends Festival.
Oh,
we've got Mid-Ohio coming up.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a phenomenal setup that we have. So Circuit Legends, too, I mean, that one's going to be great because it doesn't have the music, but the history. I mean, same thing kind of thing with Watkins. Watkins has been here for forever. So having these people out here and doing the firsts.
Yeah.
And
So we were at Carolina Motorsports Park, but then we were at Watkins Glen, then we were here. So this is our third festival of the season.
Yep.
We have Mid-Ohio, Lime Rock, and Laguna to finish out our festival season. So those are the bigger ones. They've got Drift. They've got our GLTC series. They've got our Podium Sprint NOS Energy Track Battle Championship format, which is such a thrilling change this season. And then our HPDE program runs on Sundays on festival, with the exception of Lime Rock because we can't run on Sunday there. But
sound ordinances.
You can still run in your beginners if you want to in this weekend. It is a little bit of an intimidating place to show up for the first time. The paddock is jammed full.
Yeah.
But if you want to get in, the pipeline is still there for you to get your foot in the door and come play with us.
Yeah, see if you like it.
Yeah, and you will.
You could find a whole new passion you don't even know, or you could advance the ones that you have just simply by being in the pits and talking to people.
Yeah, or
around.
You won't, and that's cool too. But like you
or
probably
you pack
will.
it up and you go home and you're like, well, that was nice. Tried that.
This is my fifth.
At least I got some free NOS, you know.
Yeah, the free NOS, by the way, at the NOS trailer, so you can
Grape
pick
is
up.
the best flavor. I'm sorry. There's no. I'm just not even going to talk about that.
I need to go get mine because I am only on Team Water today, and while water is lovely, it's
well,
NOS time.
I mean, we were looking at the grams of sugar in this thing, so maybe
it's enough.
Maybe I'll drink some water.
But I love it. It's great. And as far as our weekend goes this weekend, we've got GLTC up at 4. Then we'll have our track battle session, our qualifying one. We'll have some more drift later. Jared will join us for that. And then I'll wrap up our first day. Tomorrow it is a full day of action from 9 until about 6 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll be streaming all day except
day.
for lunch. So it is going to be a full day, 3 races, a GLTC shootout, our podium sprint, 2 more track battle qualifyings, and a whole bunch of drift all tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be a blast.
See how we feel Sunday morning. Check in with us then. If you know anybody that's here Sunday morning, please text them and see if they're okay.
Don't text. I'll be sleeping.
Oh, I'm not going to text you. I'm going to see you.
Great. Well, I don't know if
I'm going to come in and I'm going to give you a big old glass of water.
Okay, that's probably what I'm going to need.
Yeah, I got you.
So, all right. Well, we're going to hang out maybe for a couple more minutes. We'll see if we can get that
do some
grip
tire
lift.
changes.
Yeah, we'll just see. Again, the grip lift is not quite. It's a spectacle. It's not quite the spectacle as the previous session we were just watching. It's a little bit more intermixed and more an experiential thing, which you have to be here to be a part of.
I mean, Chelsea was pretty much doing it.
He was doing it.
He was out there just driving around people, and we love that. The confidence out there is pretty unmatched. But yeah, these guys definitely have to go in, and guys and girls have to go and change some tires, get a whole new setup. Oh, we're gonna do some cleanup.
Yeah, this should be a whole truck of bumpers.
They haven't even made it around half the track.
This is
that's turn 3, 4.
This is turn 7. It looks like.
Oh no, you're right because this is like they don't initiate on like turn 1. Yeah.
Yeah, this is also the I guess the eBay Motors part spin that's going to get ordered to the track to replace all these bumpers.
All right. I'm gonna truckload for these guys.
Yeah,
and
they're going
gals.
to need it.
Yep.
Well, at least they bring them back.
Oh, here we go. He's kind of cruising. I mean, he's actually making good time.
He is.
Think he's going for fastest lap.
I don't know. I don't think it's a sub 140. That's the thing
not.
here is the sub 140. That's what everyone's
Listen,
called.
but if he thinks he is,
it's all about how you feel.
it is.
So he will take the shortcut. This is the original course, by the way. This is
we love that. Okay.
Corner 10A. This was the original construction back in 1995. About 10 years later, they added another half mile of racetrack. That is the 10B complex, which is what we use actively. But we don't use that shortcut anymore, only for cut-throughs. And as far as grip drift, just checking my phone.
They're coming. This is where straight ahead where the truck is. That's where they're going to exit the track. So hopefully, if everything's clear, we're going to get going here in a second. What a great view. Honestly, this track is just it's so much fun, man.
Look again, the top right of the screen there. You see the camping. You see the paddock there on the left.
That's crowded, man. There's so many people here.
Jammed this place full.
Yes, we have.
We're going to start having to bulldoze neighborhoods next, make parking lots.
Don't say that. That's bad PR.
We're coming for you, South Haven.
GRIDLIFE takes over. You know what? We love
Look at
we
the
love
sign.
to see that. Yeah, race cars.
Race cars. Helmet tight, wristband.
No passengers.
Well, only sometimes.
Yes, only sometimes. Only if you have approval.
Yep.
Oh, Justin, so sorry to see that. Well, car still looks pretty.
So there is a GR Corolla there on the right of the screen, and that is, I believe, Ben Harisco's GR Corolla. Ben runs the Ultimate Raceworks shop up just outside of Chicago in Crystal Lake. He's worked on my car a couple of times. I'll give him a shout out, but he's got this GR Corolla that I think he competed in Club TR, Falcon Club TR last week in Rev Up.
He's not drifting it.
No, because this is our grip lift session.
Oh, yeah.
So you can mix it up a little bit.
Well, I'm seeing him like stacked up behind these cars, and I'm like, hold up, because That Mustang is definitely driven.
Oh yeah, we're going to do both.
They're gonna go out at the same time. So okay, this is really fun. And this is the sorry, excuse me, I'm getting my bearings here. This is so exciting. That yellow E46, by the way, right over that's leaving the screen right there. Oh my gosh, that was a rowdy car here last year.
Is that a Gold Digger's car? I think it's a Gold Digger's car. Yep.
Don't call me that.
I would never. Well,
no, so they were out here. They had a team, and the first entry. I have this freaking video on my phone. So fast, so freaking fast. It is so cool.
There's the Not Fast Motorsports FRS that is getting set up there as well to go for a rip here. And there is the safety team's hideout there under the tent. And big thanks to the GingerMan safety crew. They do a great job.
Got that chase car right here. Look at
what
that.
What is
the
camera on the nose of that thing?
They said throw some straps on that.
Yeah, that
here
is
we go.
not
Here's
quite
the
Larry Chen effect there,
this
is it?
This is the organ donations bin.
Yeah,
cool.
Larry Chen would like to have a word with you.
I think OSHA has a couple notes to give you guys.
Yeah,
but you know what, listen, as long as, honestly, that setup might be stronger than those suction cups.
It
so
might
we'll
be.
We'll see. Hopefully,
Well,
fingers crossed.
Trucks are restaging. We're just going to be with you for about 5-10 minutes on this session before we cut to break there. But again, there's that.
Yeah, you guys have to see this.
That
you gotta
limit
get a
one.
taste.
Yeah, this is such a cool. By the way, you know, I know we've
Good
got
body lines on that front end. I really actually like that. Those headlights. So I don't even want to know how much it costs to replace those. I don't even know.
You can't. Well, you can't get one right now.
Okay.
So you can,
priceless.
but you can't.
He said priceless.
So
he said more than you can afford.
Yeah, you can't get a Hyundai Elantra N right now though.
Oh.
Yeah. Which we got one. There's ours right in front of the white hauler there on the right kind of center right screen. Right to the left, the Fun Haver truck. That is our Elantra N.
The dark one.
Yep. And
shadow there.
Yep. It's got my wallet and keys in it, so don't go steal it.
Why would you say that on live stream? Kyle is the most innocent,
I don't have any
sweet bub. But he's like, hey guys, there's my car. You can see it on live stream.
There's no money in my wallet, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
But you can probably I probably have a barber like
a coupon
or something.
You have do 10 get one free.
Maybe.
Do you have one of those Wendy's Limitless Frosty cards? Because that could be worth something.
I
would love
a Frosty
I got right now.
Oh my god! You know what I got? I was craving real bad one of those the March Minty. What is it?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Rita's
McDonald's.
Italian
What's
ice.
the Minty?
The McFlurries. Man.
No, not the McFlurry.
Oh my goodness.
What is it called? The Shamrock Shake.
I don't know.
The Shamrock Shake.
He said the mint flurry.
No,
okay.
The March Minty thing that they do.
Yes.
I was craving one in March, and I got one, and that's the end of the story. It was really good.
I was talking about this with the guys. Remember from Friendlies? They had those little monsters with the mint ice cream, and they had the Oreos for ears, and they looked like little monsters. If you're at home and you know what I'm talking about, it's better than your minty flurry reference.
Those are so dope.
They are very good.
And I will fight someone that doesn't think they're dope.
So long as the machine's working, you can get one.
It's working. It's working in Chicago.
All right, if you want a Shamrock Shake, you can go to Chicago.
Well, you can't right now because it's not March anymore.
All right, fine.
Is it March or it's March, right? It's
Sir?
St. Patrick's.
Sir,
No. I said they come out in March, right?
Yes.
It's okay.
It's for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh boy! Look at all the vendors we've got here.
Oh my god!
We got elephant ears, which I think were the things you were just talking about.
Oh no! That was something from Friendly Donald. But those elephant ears are really good.
Corn dogs. What else we got here? We got frozen lemonade. We've got a coffee truck.
Shout out to the GRIDLIFE flags. If you guys go find the GRIDLIFE merch tent, they sell these flags and they always have some really sick designs. Actually, I was talking to Chris Stewart when we were down in over in Watkins, and he was designing the new umbrellas. And
oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Go buy yourself an umbrella. Keep yourself out of those UV rays.
Yeah, honestly, you don't want to get sunburned day one, guys. Don't be a noob.
Don't be a GRIDLIFE noob.
Don't be a GRIDLIFE noob. Festival new GRIDLIFE. Look at these guys.
Some other great partners you can see on the banners there as well. Hawk and Falcon, of course. Falcon, the official tire of GRIDLIFE Track Battle.
Yep, and we got the VIP. That's the VIP section right there. Oh, you're close
to
it.
There you go. Hey,
buddy.
dudes.
Sick glasses, my guy.
Oh, I
love you too.
I love you too, buddy.
Aww.
Than's for being here.
So wholesome, guys. Everybody here is so freaking wholesome. It's so much fun.
I hear engines.
Let's go.
Grip lift. Here we go. We'll cover this for a couple minutes. It's about 3:15. We'll go to like 3:25, 3:20, 3:25. Onto the track, we got some other cars we have not seen yet. There's Jeremy Bailey jumping on track in the Time Attack FRS. And Tony, nope, that's Devin Alexander.
Your brain is a machine. I love it.
Trying to see who else is coming. There's some drift people that I don't know, but you know probably.
I do, yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. These guys come from all over the country. Unfortunately, Here we go.
Yep.
And
Pete Granberg.
we have some new liveries out here today, too. I know TJ Hunt, I'm pretty sure.
Brand new.
Yeah, he's debuting his new livery. So that's really fun and exciting.
Alex Arte leaving under the screen. There is Ben Harisco leaving under the screen. And a
James
whole host
Dean
of drift cars.
next.
Yep.
Here we go. And then right after that, my Gold Digger E46.
Yes, yeah, just for you, Cerise.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know what?
So for the,
said it best.
again, for those that don't know what this session is, this is when we open the racetrack up to specific run groups and say, have at it.
Yep.
Now, what that means is drift cars, grip cars, all can share the racetrack, all to bring their buddies for ride-alongs and experience
Yes.
chaos.
There are, so I will say though, so Nick Swan did hand select drivers for this because we really do need this to be dialed in. I mean,
100%.
in a serious note, this is a bit dangerous. And
Yeah.
you do have moving obstacles out there. So yeah, you have a pretty good depth perception, but who knows if that person's not either going to be aware or something's going to happen on track. So these drifters that we have out here are hand selected.
And you also have the Honda Fits out there.
And then you have the Fits.
And they put the taxi signs on top of their car and they load the car up with people.
Yep.
It is just a blast.
And consider the amount of weight that you're having there. So if you're a driver and you've gone out and you did some either testing or qualifying, and it's just you, and then you put 3 other people there, 2 other people, whatever, that's a significant amount of weight. These guys are fully capable, but it's a consideration, you know.
Andy Vogel in the C8 Corvette is out there as well. He'll be in time attack competition later.
And someone who we haven't talked about yet is Reese. So when you come around, there's going to be an E36. It's got pink and it's mostly pink, but it's an E36, maybe blue. But 16 years old, just had a birthday. 16 years old. Definitely the youngest driver out here. Definitely the youngest driver in this series.
That's 9 years younger than me.
Man, you are just airing your laundry left and right.
But I'm not even old yet.
No, you're not. You're a little bit of a baby.
Yeah, that's what Jared calls me, Baby Kyle.
Oh, Baby Kyle.
So.
Baby Kyle. Yeah, no, so he just had a birthday 2 days ago. I caught up with him and his family. It's a complete family operation. So you got the mom, the dad, the sister, and then you got Reese who's driving, and really just so humble. I mean, the energy that they gave me when I was interviewing them before was just that of humility and just joy to be here. And I think that I just want to give them a quick shout out. All right, here we go. These Falcon, these blue and green cars are so hot. I mean, this is just such an iconic livery, too. You guys have seen this teal blue. Oh, there we go. I love it. Oh, he's like, get out of here, dude. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we have one of those Fits just coming in hot. Yeah, and you can see these folks back here. I mean, they're stacked up on each other. So you got the drifter coming around, and then you got the grip in the back just trying to stay on him, just to keep that proximity, just to keep that energy going. And we love to see that here. Just notice the different set. Oh, FCP Euro Volvo 850. Quick plug. If you guys haven't checked out the Volvo 850 project on YouTube, go to the FCP Euro YouTube channel. That has been an over 2-year process. There it is. God, look at that freaking thing. Thank you for the shot, you guys.
Dope.
Thank you for the airtime. So that's actually going to be one of our employees. He actually sends out all the emails, Jacob Mahler, and our team, our motorsports team. So, I mean, guys, that's freaking rowdy. I love to see it.
Super rowdy there.
Oh,
Look how crazy
I'm so proud of
it is out
him.
there.
Okay, here we go. And coming up through this straight. And, oh, they initiated early, and we love to see that. Oh, look at how he carries that. You come in close here, and then you're bada boom, bada bing, you're out of here for the second turn. Look at that.
Wow,
and
that was awesome.
You got, dirt drop. I'm not going to lie. I freaking hate dirt drops when you're spectating because it gets in your teeth, and it's gritty. But you know what? It's still exciting. People love to see it. You leave with a little bit of the track on you every time you come to a drift event.
Yes, sir. So my first Grid Life, which was 5 years ago, I was called in to announce GLTC. I didn't know what I was supposed to show up wearing because I had never been to a Grid Life before. I showed up in a polo and khakis.
Boy.
And I jumped in with Tom O'Gorman in a drift session. And I came out, my entire right side was just black in rubber.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is dope, but I should not be wearing khakis.
I had a white T-shirt on earlier before, just my branded T-shirts here. And I mean, granted, it's fine, but dude, white at a racetrack is
tough. That's tough.
It's a bold move.
You just end up getting stained yellow from sunscreen at the very least, right?
Hopefully it's sunscreen, yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, this Hyundai look at it. Notice. Okay, so notice right there. He stayed to the right, not only probably to avoid the tire, but generally that's going to be the better line. So this is 2 different styles of driving. You got the right. Oh, is that? No. You know who I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for Gabby in that Corvette, man. Yeah. I really want to see her out here and just sending it. Okay, so wait, this is Turk's brother. Yes. Okay, so this car is really sick. They're from New Hampshire. They're also East Coast. Yeah. Oh, this is Justin and Ryan. Oh, yeah. That's great. Fantastic. You got 2 brothers going head to head. You all know Ryan Turk, but then you got Justin. I mean, honestly, if you come to these events, you're probably likely to see him as well.
He had that car at Lime Rock last year, I think, right?
Which one are you talking about?
The red FRS.
I believe so.
86, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, because I think one of my backgrounds for a while was a Chris Sullivan photo of this car.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ripping. I think.
Oh no, yeah, I remember there was a shot where he was coming over the Sam Posey, right through the Sam Posey Strait, the bridge there.
Yep.
Oh man, that footage, Larry Chen's footage, was spicy from Circuit.
TJ Hunt's back there, by the way. That is the Valvoline car, and so we got Forsberg. The Forsberg 370, followed by the Ultimaniac, and then TJ Hunt's Supra, and we're going to see. We didn't really see a lot of TJ in the last session, so I'm glad he got out on track here.
Yeah, yep.
And this car looked a little different the last time we saw it at Carolina Motorsports Park. Brand new livery on this car. It is gorgeous inside, and actually at CMP they borrowed my phone to do some tuning.
Well, I was going to say it's a relatively stock Supra.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's don't get me wrong, it's a completely capable car, but yeah, no, I was talking to TJ and they needed to do some tuning stuff, but they needed an iOS 5, and you don't have an iPhone.
Yep.
I do still judge you for it, but you know, it served its purpose.
I'm a green bubbler, you know.
Yeah, we hate that. So, anyways.
But I did look. They figured it out. They went back to the drawing board
we
with
were
their
thankful
tuner
for
after.
the green bubbles at the time. Yes.
And then they sorted it out, and since it's been great. I've been following TJ's M4 project on their YouTube channel with the GT3 body. It's just such a cool
so hot.
project.
And they make the body kits too for it, which is really cool. I mean, I'll just speak to that for a second. I mean, these individuals that are out here, a lot of them own businesses, and they have a way to help support their hobby through either businesses or affiliates, and it's.
And for TJ, it's Street Hunter Designs is the company that they do wide body kits. I think they got one for the BRZ. They've got one for they have one for the FD. I feel like they do.
I can't speak to that. I wish they had their merch out here this weekend because dude, TJ, shout out, bro. You do a great job with your merch. It is high
awesome
caliber stuff.
Yeah, look at that shot, rising over the crest into one.
Very different entry styles right there that you just saw. And now Alex Yeager with the blue and the green NASCAR. He is a pro spec driver. You might be familiar with him in the FD series. These guys are just, look at that, so different, so much different, their styles and everything. I don't know who's going to win style points on that one if we were judging, but.
Well, that's the other thing is look at the campground, Cerise. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
I'm looking at the car. She's like, the camping.
It's so full.
Dude, it is full. And I can't wait. So let me tell you, golden hour at this track is freaking magical.
Can I just we don't live stream late on either night because I just want to enjoy it. I think everyone should.
Sorry, guys.
If you want to enjoy it, you have to be here. That is the one thing.
And then the music starts playing, and it's just like.
Sorry, we're locking you out because you got to come.
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry.
It is an event that you need to. And look, if you're on the West Coast.
Are you feeling FOMO yet?
If you're on the West Coast, we got Laguna coming. So there's that too. The tickets will be on sale soon. Not quite yet, but they will be on sale soon.
Yeah, we have to get through this weekend first. Obviously, this is huge. So the GRIDLIFE team has been I was asking them, about different events, and they're like, yeah, no, we cannot think about anything until we get through this. So it's you can tell it's a big one.
We got a couple more minutes here of this, and we'll wrap things up and get set for our first GLTC race, which will be in about half an hour time. And
there's my boy Zach, also from the East Coast. He's from New York. Been doing some grassroots drifting with him for some years now, and that car has come a long way. He's done a lot of work on that, so shout out to you, Zach. Glad that you drove out here. Now, these guys drive these cars from their hometowns to the racetrack. I mean, we're talking from East Coast. You're talking 12 to 15 hours. There are longer drives that you can take out there to get to different tracks, but, I mean, dude.
12 is the longest I'll do in a day.
Dude, I don't even want to do 4.
Yeah, 4. I mean,
get me on a flight, man.
You get to 6 or 7, and it starts to suck. But I'll do 12, and then you get to above that, and you're like, I'm hoteling it now.
Yeah, unless you got a really sick RV with a couch that I can just lay on, I'm probably all set.
Yeah, we didn't. It looks like TJ bailed back to pit lane, so we didn't really get to see him finish a lap. James Dean, I think, is in one of the RTR Mustangs. Someone was asking.
Yeah, the silver one, that was out with Chelsea.
And
before.
This is James's first GRIDLIFE, also.
I know.
So what an experience for him as well. What a party! Also, no stresses of competition. You could just show up and hang out. And
These guys are the homies. When they are competing, yes, they are in that zone. But when they're not, dude, they're comrades. That's what it's all about. I caught up with them earlier in the pits. We did a little bit of interview, and that's what Chelsea was saying. That's what James was saying is this is just fun. This is so much fun for them, and I'm glad that they have this opportunity.
Yeah, totally. So while these guys are having some fun, we got more drift coming for you at about 6 o'clock later today. But we are going to wrap up for now. We've got GLTC and our NOS Energy Track Battle Championship qualifying 1 coming up here in a little bit. So just hang tight. We're going to go quiet for a few minutes, get ourselves set up, and be ready to rip for our first GLTC race. We'll get a drink of water. Cerise and I will be right back with GLTC. We'll see you at the top of the hour, about 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Central. We'll see you then.
Let's go, baby.
Born on the track, bred on the mountains, raised on the podium, ready for anything and everything. Falcon tires. Race tested, road ready. Learn more about our entire line at falcontire.com.
Owning a car can be expensive. It can also be confusing.
What?
And when things don't go right, there's no doubt it could be frustrating. But it can also be a lot of fun. And for those reasons, FCP Hero exists. Check this out. Do you and your car a favor and head over to fcphero.com to learn more.
Did you energize yet today? Time to nos up. Get after it.
Hi, I'm Chris Forsberg, and when it comes to classics and high-performance cars, I only trust America's #1 racing oil, Valvoline VR1. It's built on Valvoline's long legacy in racing, so I can continue to build my own. With 2 times more zinc than the industry standard, VR1's high-performance formula is tested on the track and trusted on the road to ensure your engine is protected from metal-to-metal contact. And I use it so much, I haven't got my car on the bottle. That's why whether I'm racing or cruising, I protect everything I drive with Valvoline. Valvoline, trusted for over 150 years.